If you have been following my blogs, my essay, and my post, whether in Instagram or X or YouTube, you are familiar with my thoughts on immigrations and issues related to immigrations. Uh, the question is, are you? Are you, as an American citizen, uh, understand the immigration, familiar with the rules and laws of immigration? The reason I'm asking this question is because you, as a Democrat, follow the Democratic and Democrats Party narrative with regard to this immigration. There is a continuous fight, even as of today in Congress. There is this bickering and fight going on with regard to the ICE, with regard to the DHS, with regard to the other government branches, and they are withholding to the government budget fairly many people are leaving, many people do not receive money. And you, as an American citizen, ordinary person like myself, following this or not following this, but at the crucial time they support by voting the Democrat in the office. So my question is, do you know about immigration? Simple question. Sit, give yourself a couple of minutes and ask that questions. I have done a number of the studies and a number of the research in this regard. And then also, I'm an immigrant, so I've gone through the process. Generally speaking, when you enter legally in this country, whether with a visitor visa or work visa or merit visa or marriage visa or asylum, and you're privileged to receive some sort of residency, then you apply for your green card, which is a permanent residency, and then when you get your green card, then you can work in this country. You can travel around. You have an ID, which is a green card. And then, based on that, you have to apply for citizenship. And then, if your application, the merit of the application is accepted, and you have been a good citizen, good permanent resident in a good standing, you become an American citizen. And then when you become American citizen, then you have many privileges. You can receive your Social Security. You can continue to work. You can, depends on the time. These days is much easier. Before was difficult. You can get your driver license. You already have your Social Security, and then you can vote, and you can have all the rights and privileges of an American citizen. So they call you naturalized American. So you are an American by birth, and then you have naturalized American. But they have the same privilege. From the time of the application that you enter United States, if you don't enter United States, that's another story. If you enter United States, to the time to become a U.S. citizen, if everything goes like a breeze, that you are lucky and you are absolutely doing it right, a good lawyer, and you have spent $5,000 to $10,000 for the attorneys, for the fees, for the travel, and all of those, it takes anything between 7 to 10 years, usually 8 years, to become an American citizen. This is if you do everything right. If you apply for a relative or a parents, what they call the chain residency, chain immigrations, that there was a fight that Biden want to make it Trump doesn't want it, those kind of things. That would be anything between 10 to 20 years, 13 years. If you are married, it's 3 years. I have asked this question from many friends and many others that I have come across with. Very ordinary people, physicians, lawyers, drivers in the restaurant, many places over the course of the past few years. And I asked, what do you know about immigration? They don't know anything. Basically, they said, well, immigration come and become U.S. citizen. That's it. But that's not true. Another way to come to United States is asylum. You have a reason, credible reason, to have you have been subject to harassment, abuse, and if you go back to your country of the origin, you can be indicted and you can be put in jail, or you can be executed and hung, for example, or whatever that is. And that's also go through the same process. If you are in the United States, it might be anything between 10 years or more. If you are outside United States, even it might be longer. There are many asylum seekers from many countries: Africa, Middle East, Turkey, Iran, part of the Eastern Europe, many countries that they are seeking asylum. And then if they go to the target country that you apply asylum to United States, if you have a visa, you can live there. Whether you can work, that depends on the rules. But most of the time, these are the large amount of the people, large number of the people that flee from their country because of the conditions. These are the people that you know them as a boat people, that sometimes you hear that this boat was with a carrying capacity of 40, 90 people in it, and then capsized and 42 people died. You see it in the news and then you don't pay attention, and then you go and watch your miniseries. These people go to the country, Turkey, Italy, England, somewhere to Europe, or stay somewhere in the Middle East. And they go to the camps, asylum camps. Sometimes many people are asylum camp for 5 years. In asylum camps, they are subject to abuse, they are subject to rape, they are subject to be harassed. Their belonging might be stolen. They have to pay many dollars, a large amount of dollars to, for example, be taken by a group of people. Then you go to the embassy and the legal process. After your asylum become approved, then you come to United States, and then you go through the whole process. Then you become a permanent resident. Let's say you get it after 2 years, then you get your social security number, and then you work, and then you wait another 8 years to become U.S. citizen. That's another way. The other way is that you are in countries that usually close to America, or you have to move to country closer to America, mainly Mexico and some of the Latin Americans. And from them, you pay the human trafficking people, and these are the group of people that receive anything between $2,000 to $10,000 per head, per person, to put them in the container or on walk, and they bring them to Arizona or somewhere and turn them loose. And this group of people usually during the journey. They get abused, they get raped, they hungry, they thirsty. They put them into containers, and you have read about it, you have seen movie about it, and many of them, the container found somewhere because they are crooks, and these innocent people inside the container either dead or dehydrated, that the agent in the border agent pick them up and bring them to United States. If you do that, then you're subject to be turned around, or if you're lucky and you have enough money or you have a family, then you go through the whole process. Then you apply for asylum. So the whole thing is heartbreaking issue, is a absolutely human tragedy. But if you find the right path, then you come and then you achieve whatever you are supposed to or you desire to. And then if you go back to the human rights initiatives, the human rights initiatives says that any resident or citizen of the world can choose where to live, where to immigrate, and where to work. That's a human right mandate. It's part of the freedom of choice. So you see, it's difficult to go to any country. It's not the United States. Going to England, they have their own issue. Going to Italy, they have their own issue. Even if you want to go to Afghanistan, they have their own issue. Some of them depends on the breadth of the democracy there. If it's a country is democratic country, then you have some more right if you don't. Now, assume a person just walk into the United States for whatever reason. Go through. That's also heartbreaking. That also take lots of courage. Understand that. And then come to the country illegally and want to become a U.S. citizen. And you or me defend Democrat of that. And we give they have right. No, they don't have any rights, because there are 100,000 of the people are suffering and suffered in asylum camps, in embassies, thousands of dollars, $100,000 are spent. Wait for the immigration to get a visa, to get a residency, or those people who come very legitimately, let's say for merit, as a work immigration, they come. Still, they have to go through the process of 10 years. So put them together. See if something you understand. Put them together, see if you think is right for a person who comes illegally, for whatever reason, lies, and then added to that, become here and kill people, steal from people, and then getting released. Go put them in a jail, release them, and then kill again, like this girl in Chicago, or many other issues. The girl in the on the train. So, could you sit, do the reflection, self-reflection, and ask questions? Should I support immigration for illegal aliens, or shouldn't I support? If a party push, should I ask why they push for that? Simple questions. And if you come to the right answer, then you are a person of reason. Other than that, you are not a person of reason. You are hearsay person. And that's not a good citizenship.